Hello. Welcome to this Tekla basic structure tutorial. Today, I will show you how to create beam to column flange connection and create auto defaults rules. First select plan plus 3850 in the view list. Press Ctrl plus F to show applications and components catalog. Type end plate into upper field to find the end plate 144 connection. Left-click onto end plate 144 icon to activate the end plate 144 connection. Pick the column for main part, and pick the beam for secondary part. Right-click, and select Interrupt to finish the command. Right-click on the connection we just created, and select Create View, and then select Default Views of Component. Now we have 4 views of end plate 144 connection. (3D view). Front view. End view. Top view. Now right-click on Connection Component. Select Properties. In Bolts tab Input, select Middle, it means center line of the bolts inline with center line of the secondary part. Input 6 as the number of bolt rows and click on Modify button. Selecting Middle for bolt group position. Type 6 bolt type in the Save As field in the dialog box and then click Save As. On the bolts page input 5 as number of the bolt rows. Use Save As again to save the properties as 5-bolt type. Now we will create a new auto defaults rule group named Industrial Building Rules. Type Auto in Quick Launch field. Select Auto Defaults Settings to open the Auto Default setup. Right-click in the dialog, and then select New Rule Group. And a rule group named New appears. Select the new rule group. Right-click and select Rename. Type Industrial Building Rules. Browse to Industrial Building Rule, and next to Components 14, and finally to End Plate 144. Right-click on the connection End Plate 144, and select Create Addition Rule Set. Right-click the rule set New and select Edit Rule Set, to open the Auto Default Rules dialog box. Select the rule's secondary 1 profile from the available rules list, and then click the right arrow button to move the selected rule into the list of rules in the rule set. In the right pane under Exact Value, fill in IPE 600. Enter the name for the rule set, secondary IPE 600, and finally click OK. Select the standard J44 parameter. Right-click and pick Select Connection Parameters. In Attribute File List box, select the 6_bolt type properties and click OK. Right-click on secondary IPE 600 and select Copy Rule Set. While the rule set secondary IPE 600 is still selected, right-click again and select Paste Rule Set. Right-click on upper secondary IPE 600 rule set, and select Edit Rule Set. Modify the value in the rule to IPE 500 and the rule set name to secondary IPE 500 and click OK. Select 6_bolt_ type under the rule set secondary IPE 500. Right-click and pick Select Connection Parameters. Next select 5 bolts type and click OK. Finally click OK in the Auto Defaults Setup dialog box. Now new Auto Defaults rules are ready for use. Open the End Plate 144 Connection dialog box. Check that the Ignore Other Types is selected. On the General tab, at Auto Defaults Rule Group field, select Industrial Building Rules. Save as IPE 600. Now let's change the ePay 600 to ePay 500 to see how the bolts row auto update. Something wrong, nothing happened. Now delete this connection and draw a new one again. Right-click on the connection symbols and select Inquire. From this dialog box you can check which rule group, particular rule and connection attributes were used. Let's change the beam to ePay 500. Now you can see the bow rows are 5. Create another end plate 144 connection for other IPE 600 beam at plan plus 3850. Change one beam to IPE 500. The bolt rows will automatically reduce to 5. The next one. Thanks for watching.